time of his career. We've mentioned those It's the head.
Thank you, Hazel. Really looking forward to this one.
Not your choice.
When we're talking about it, Steve, we're talking about what chances Ali, you know, on the record, 18
Ronnie.
matches, and Ronnie's won 17 of them, but we mustn't forget Ronnie O'Sullivan. To be still doing it after all these years is just remarkable.
Yeah, it is. It's astonishing to think that a player approaching his 50th year on the planet is playing such marvellous top-class sport.
Yep. Cheers. Thank you.
And he's been around a few years as well. Still at the top of the game.
What an atmosphere. Who will get their hands on the trophy at the end of the day? It's funny, even sat in the commentary, but you get the butterflies a little bit. Are you the same?
Yeah. We can all remember what it was like to walk out there, centre stage. But this guy we're looking at now, one of the coolest on the planet.
Thank you.
On
the
that
first
big
frame.
stage. What
Ronnie
a performer
O'Sullivan
he is. Trademark, breaking off left-handed. You'd like to break the balls like that every break off.
Something as a player you don't mind these first few shots. Just settle the nerves, if anything. Just get yourself in stroke with a few safeties. Rodney's picked one out. Now, is he going to finish on a colour? Got the brown to the right centre. Yeah, good pot.
Five.
And this red passes a black.
Six. 13. 14. 21.
Didn't hold back on that one, but he could have been left with something easier. Red nearly went in the middle.
See what type of mood he's in. Pot this red, screw back the other side of the balk line would be a big shot.
22.
Great pot. Didn't really get hold of it that well with the backspin. And this is a very risky green into the yellow pocket now. Wrong side of the balk line. Made to look easy. nearly opened the
25.
pack.
Yeah, you can look at that and say, well, with a bit more pace, he'd have really opened them up. But as Steve said, it was a tricky green. And I think all attention was on the pot.
This red John into the left corner is even trickier.
Extended rest.
Yeah, when the cue ball and object ball are so close together, it's always slightly difficult to work out the potting angle. It's a delicate shot anyway. Yeah, he got the pot, but couldn't avoid the kiss on the second
26.
red.
Thank you.
Send a break.
Thank you. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 26.
Nice opening that from Ronnie. Run out of position so he can go back to his seat. Not feeling aggrieved that the break didn't carry on.
Yeah, he played a poor red to get on a black earlier. Heard a sigh of exasperation when he messed up the position. Meant he had to go into the pack from a bad angle. Struggling a bit with some type of foot injury, Ronnie O'Sullivan, so has been given permission to wear training shoes.
Yeah, good shot. I don't know whether he's covered the red though. No, there's a gap. Little bit to do with the cue ball. Well, he's playing the outside one, so he's got a free run back to balk. Needs to miss the brown for it to be good. Now, as Ronnie got the gap to that red closest to the corner pocket, there's always a gap.
That was a brilliant attempt to get on the black. So hard to do. Well, he played some outrageous shots against Sean
8.
Murphy, but he looks very focused here this afternoon.
9.
Straight on it.
Yeah, and there's that little pause just to control the situation when he's in. I agree with you. Seemed against Sean Murphy. In his
16.
previous match against Barry Hawkins, he was just very quick. Down to the shot.
17.
Too quick, in my mind, in some situations, but was well focused today.
$24.
$50 points to lead. 3 reds, 3 colours. And that would be this first frame in the back.
25.
A little bit straighter on the blue than he would like, but shouldn't be a problem. Nothing to do with the cue ball.
$30. $31.
So this black will put him 64 points in front with 67 remaining. Still needs one more red.
$38.
Blistering start here from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Sign of a great champion, obviously. Getting off to a quick start. Oh, the red doesn't go in.
Foul.
Cue ball in
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
the
46.
pocket.
Ali
Might
Carter,
encourage Ali Carter to get back to the table.
Yeah, 72, well, 68 points the difference. 59 remaining. Nice on pot. Not on the colour.
Ali Carter 1.
I think Ali would love to concede here, but it's not etiquette when it's your opponent's turn at the table.
Frame conceded. Frame Ronnie O'Sullivan.
But he now concedes. Now it was his turn. Good start from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Looks very sharp. 1-0.
Thank you. The second frame. Ali Carter to break.
Bit of a strange ending to that frame, John, after Ali Carter had failed to get on the pink. He really needed to pot a colour to keep any chance of winning the frame. He didn't even attempt a difficult shot on blue or green.
Yeah, I would imagine his intention when he came back to the table was just pot a few balls and get his hand on the table, maybe not thinking he could win the frame. And as I say, once he wasn't on the colour, I'm sure he wanted to concede. Anyway. Well, that's a message of intent. Deliberately driving the red into the others, opening them up. Not tight to the baulk cushion, but asking a question of Ronnie. He can't get through to the straight red to the left corner. Brown's in the way. So, that attacking safety from Ali has brought its rewards. Good chance.
Ronnie spent very little time working out if there was any safety shots there, so excellent shot from Ali Carter to give himself a chance in this second frame. What a chance it is. There's always a little bit of pressure on when you're given an opportunity like this. The expectation rises that you should make the most of it. When the pack's a bit tighter, you wouldn't have the same level of expectation from not only yourself but the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know in these situations, if you miss an easy ball, it's going to cost you, possibly the frame. So there's pressure on every shot, particularly as he was frozen out in the first frame.
$15. 16. 21. 22. 27. 28.
'Just that cannon perfectly.
35.
And so far, looking in complete control of the cue ball.
36.
And a sign to me, Steve, when he played that safety and opened up all the reds, that he was saying to Ronnie, give me a chance. And that's what I'm looking for. And that was the belief that we were talking about.
Yeah, it was a wonderfully aggressive safety shot. I think the sign of somebody who's
43.
enjoying himself at the table once again. A player that was feeling the
44.
heat a bit out there would possibly try and contain the situation against the likes of Ronnie.
Still in perfect position.
51.
And of course, this is what makes snooker so different in many ways. It doesn't matter how good you are. When you're sat in that seat, there's nothing you can do about it.
$58. 59.
'Just one more red and a colour needed.
66. 67. 74.
Regardless of how relatively easy the layout of the balls were before he started this break, this has been very impressive. He's kept his rhythm up. Hasn't got into any positional problems
75.
whatsoever, which can often happen when the balls are all scattered everywhere. Has looked ultra confident. I think he's made the most centuries this week already. He's definitely a player in form.
Yeah, and it shows up
82.
in his average shot time at the moment. It's 16 seconds a shot. That's all Sullivan-esque. Used all the pocket. He'd love to make the century.
90.
Something about a century and getting the crowd on your side.
91.
It was a great safety shot. You need a little bit of luck that a ball doesn't go right over a pocket when you scatter the reds everywhere, but it really put the pressure on Ronnie. Got the cue ball in a great position.
98. 99.
Superb. Absolutely superb. And when he owned all the reds and put the pressure on Ronnie's safety, it was basically saying, if you leave me in, I'll clear the table. Well, he won't clear the table, but he's made a marvellous century break. Wonderful stuff there from Ali Carter. The perfect reply. What a piece.
Thank you. The third frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Not a bad break off. Not certain whether Ali can get to this red closest to the right corner pocket. If he can he get enough of it to pot it? Not sure.
Aggressive safety is a bit of a tightrope walk these days. But based on that last frame, don't suppose he's really gone out there with a game plan. Sometimes the balls dictate the safety shot you have to play. He could play off the pack, get round the back of those two reds on the side cushion, open them all up again. Be a very brave player to do it. He's obviously not playing that. He's playing the containing safety, so certainly not a game plan.
Played it well. Yeah, it's all about shot
Touch
selection, isn't it? And playing the right shot at the right time. In the last frame, he knew he was going to get the cue ball back to the baulk cushion. On that occasion, if he didn't catch the red right, he wouldn't do. Well, this time I think he may have a shot at this red to the right corner. Well, once again, maybe not. Just can't hit enough of it. He's had a look. He'd play it if he could. Oh, the dreaded bump.
One.
Not really in good position on the yellow here. No problem for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, it's just amazing the nonchalant way he got down and played that. And the thing to take into consideration there, most players have been so disappointed with the bad positional shot they played off the off the red. Didn't even bother him. Next shot come up. Now, the question is, what's he on?
14.
He wasn't on the black as he wanted. It's a good effort to open the pack. Can he sneak past this red to get the other red into the centre pocket? I think he can. Must be tight though. Must be very tight.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14.
Yep. Just didn't find an easy red to keep the visit going. It's covered by the black. Easy swerve, you would have thought, to pop the red over the corner.
No, I'll get it off.
Just asking the referee to clean the cue ball.
Yeah, the red with the rest to get on the black wasn't a great shot. That's where the problem started. Ali Carter having a look at this very tight situation. Can he get past that red to knock the red into the centre pocket? No problem swerving around the black to pot the red, but he can't guarantee position. What's he trying? In off?
One.
Still couldn't guarantee position.
Couldn't have played it much better. A little less pace, it'd have been perfect, but as you say, it was never guaranteed.
Red going into the baulk area. It's messed up safety somewhat.
Ali Carter, 1.
So we've had some open flowing snooker for the first couple of frames. A little bit of a tactical exchange going to happen here. Imperative that players in playing these shots, should they so wish, try to get back to the black cushion. Ronnie's pushed the boat out there. Wow. Very similar to a shot he played against Sean Murphy in the semi-final. That was massively aggressive.
One.
It's a statement of intent, isn't it, that he doesn't want to get bogged down in any type of safety play.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, that red going down in the baulk end, there's going to be a lot of tip-tapping. And Ronnie didn't want to get bogged down in that way. And to be fair to him, he didn't get the double kiss. It'd have probably been a shot for nothing.
But interestingly, John, if it wasn't Ronnie O'Sullivan and it was another player of less experience, we'd say that he was bailing out of the match.
Yeah, but then you quickly look at his tournament record and think, well, if he wants to do it that way, who can argue?
I remember when Quinton Hahn was smashing the balls open from the break-off, and everybody thought it was an attacking shot, when really it was because he didn't want to be there.
$15.
Yeah, clever shot. Just nudging the red to make it available. So all he has to do, yeah, when he can play in and out of baulk, but even if he just drops the blue in, that red will be available. Could have done without the kiss on the yellow. The red's still possible,
20.
but thin cut. Cue ball is travelling. It's always difficult to get pinpoint position off a shot like this.
$21.
That was as good an effort as he can make to try and keep the break going. He's left himself a tough black. He'd dearly like this one to go in. Another sign
28.
of a player in the best form of their career, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
29.
I mean, with that type of shot, usually you take a couple of seconds just to build yourself up for it. No hesitation. If it was the right shot, play it.
Well, if Ali Carter does convert this chance, it does ask the question of Ronnie O'Sullivan. Especially he'd know that the shot he played was
36.
borderline the wrong shot. Ali will be asking the question of Ronnie, do you want to be here? If he keeps the heat on.
43.
Where's the cue ball going?
Foul. Ali Carter 43. Ronnie
It was the
O'Sullivan.
poor positional shot off the black that left him with that red. And when you screw back like that, you're always dicing with that middle pocket.
Yeah, still a bit unlucky. couldn't really have foreseen that outcome. Tough opener for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Played beautifully. But the position was a bit harder with the difficulty of the pot. So here we go, a long blue. Doesn't need to play this either. Beautiful shot. Beautiful.
Yeah, a big test of technique. Passed it with
6.
flying colours.
And regardless of right or wrong shots and how we see them, the crowd absolutely loving
7.
the tightrope walk.
Nobody's taking their eyes off this. Oh, he's got to run past this red, otherwise he's on nothing. He's on nothing.
13.
Wow. What are we seeing here?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 13.
Fraction out.
That's a great shot. Fantastic pot. Ali Carter knows that Ronnie O'Sullivan is not playing the correct shots as we're used to seeing,
8.
and is gambling a bit on playing open. It puts a bit more pressure on Ali Carter to try and clinch these situations,
9.
but if he does do it, we could be in for a fascinating day's play.
So, just the red to get to snooker's required.
16.
This red will put him 30 points in front with just 27 remaining. Right, in the heart of the pocket. And if he pots the black, no way back to the table for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
$24.
Not there, but
Ali
Ronnie
Carter, 24
highly
on the front.
unlikely to come back to the table. He doesn't. And a frame that all players had chances in. It was Ali Carter who came out on top. Now leads 2-1.
Thank you. Settle down now, please. Fourth frame. Ali Carter to break.
Yes, and from what we've seen so far, I mean, OK, Ali went in off in that frame, but prior to that, he never looked like missing, so... Well, in goes the red. Cue ball's going close to the corner, it won't reach. And Ronnie's probably just got an angle now on the yellow to come back on the reds. But Ali looks in good form, so it's, as you said, it's a bit of a tightrope walk for Ronnie if he's going to continue these type of shots. But as I say, you can't argue with him. He's been doing it for over 30 years, this way or that.
Great.
So it's his choice. He's entitled to it.
4.
I certainly think that Ronnie O'Sullivan needs things to inspire him. Perhaps this is what he sees as a challenge. Can he play openly aggressive and still beat his opponent?
9.
The problem would be that
10.
if he gets punished too many times by playing arguably the wrong shot, does he change the style? But this is looking really nice. Straight back in the saddle. Bit of a tricky
17.
one here.
$18.
Made to look easy. A fantastic start to this final.
Yes, as a neutral, this is just what we wanted. Both players look to be cueing well.
25.
In for a great day.
$26. $32. $33.
Bit loose. That's not where he wanted the cue ball to be. I'm going to play a cannon. Played it beautifully, although he's not out of the woods just yet, because the red is on
40.
to the corner. He can't avoid running into other reds. Can he get on the colour? Judged it to perfection.
Wow. Thought for a minute he'd overcut that, trying to get the cue ball
48.
out. Create an angle. Just got away with it.
49.
And judging by Ronnie O'Sullivan's body language around the table, he's certainly not in a situation where he doesn't want to be here.
56.
I think he's just decided it's going to be quick.
$57.
What an amazing 4 frames we've just seen. Looks like this is over.
64.
So this
65.
black, and already we're at snooker's required. It's wonderful from both players.
72. 73.
It's been an unbelievable tournament. We've had 2 maximum breaks, one from Ding Junhui and one from Mark Allen. And what you want then is a great final to round it off.
81.
And the way these first 4 frames have gone, it looks like we're going to have that as well. Great for the game.
$84. 85.
I always think, Steve, that's the one
92.
great thing about snooker, the artistry you see on the table.
93.
No better than Ronnie O'Sullivan in free-flowing form. The crowd
100.
really appreciating that. Ronnie's mum beaming, and so she should be.
101.
Playing wonderful. 12 seconds a shot for this break. Astonishing speed. Crowd absolutely loving it. We've had packed houses all week.
105. 107. 110.
There's Ronnie's mum, Maria.
114. 119. 125.
Well, he's not bothered about the black, which would have been his highest break of the tournament. What a start! What a match in prospect. We go to the mid-session interval. 2-all.
Can we have all patrons back to the seats? All patrons back to the seats. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Hazel. It's actually Ken and John now for the second session of this final. We've enjoyed it so far. Ken's little legs have been going 20 to the dozen. He's back in the commentary box. Good little demo that, Ken. Very funny.
It was, wasn't it? I tell you, Ben from Tyrone got me out of a big hole in the foyer. But yeah, we've been enjoying those first 4 frames. I mean, what a great start to the final. Now, more of the same, please, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's certainly been very brisk. Entertaining to watch. Ronnie's absolutely determined to play the game on his own terms. Very attacking and very enjoyable to watch. Good for Ali Carter, though. So not got a particularly enticing record against Ronnie, but good to get a good foothold in this match. 2-2 either, taking that.
Yeah, I think that's the key, John. The fact that, you know, he's played really well. Ali Carter, he's settled in nicely. Good confidence boost, that wonderful century in the second frame. It's okay, nothing available. Yeah, I think it's a really good start from both players. I think the way he's playing as well, Ronnie O'Sullivan, you know, we talked about it from day one, really. The cavalier attitude, almost exhibition-esque like. I think that will give Ali encouragement, because if he can try and pick him off, and you know, he's going to get chances. It's just a matter of keeping up the scoring, which he has been doing all week.
Yeah, could work out. Only thing is, Ronnie's been playing like that and then knocking him in. Like that. No commentary cares there.
Well, this is just tremendous. I mean, at that pace, you see it had a little wiggle around the pocket, but wonderful pot. So accurate. You have to be into those middle pockets.
8. Nine.
Yeah, lovely pack here. I played for the loose red, but he's come perfect. Plenty of pace, full ball on the pink. Didn't quite get the full ball, which is why the cue ball's run away. And not finished in a great spot,
14.
has to be said. You see, this doesn't quite get the full ball on the pink, more half ball. Cue ball would have stayed in the middle of the table there near the reds.
Yeah, you'd like to have a go with this red just beneath the pink, but or beneath the black, I should say. But I think the cue ball is running into the black, so that's why he's having a look at an alternative. The red up past the blue and into the yellow pocket. There's not a lot of room there. It does go. Not this time. Not this time. Now has he left it?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14.
If he hasn't left that, he's left one to the left corner. So, as I said, once again, he's given up chances. Ali Carter's got to pounce and take advantage of them.
One.
Yeah, nice strike. Yeah, it sounds daft, but Ali's just got to keep doing what he's been doing. Nothing else. Nothing to stay on that even keel. Just keep turning up when it's your turn, hitting the ball properly. Sometimes you could get a little bit excited thinking your opponent's going for everything and you're getting a few extra chances. You've just got to keep yourself on an even keel.
8.
That's played well here this week. Last night's session was excellent stuff. 3 consecutive centuries. He's been hitting the ball as good as anybody.
9.
But you can get yourself excited, can't you, when you see someone's just taking a couple of liberties.
Yeah, I think Stephen Hendry made a good point in commentary yesterday that you got to just play the table. The way it presents itself, doesn't matter who's in the other chair. You try and keep them sitting down, and that was another wonderful shot. He's blessed. with a lot of cue power, Ali Carter. And have a look at this.
16.
Watch the spin on the cue ball. Right through the reds. Perfect. Great shot.
Yeah, couldn't have got them in that gap any better, could he, Ken? Right in the middle. Just while they've opened up like a bunch of flowers.
17.
Plenty of options here. This is, oh, well, I was going to say, it's all about keeping a good cue ball. He sort of quit on that a little bit. Didn't get the acceleration
24.
into the cue ball, and now he's left with this red up into the green pocket. Screwing back. Well, he's playing it with topspin, so obviously likes that shot a little bit better, but this is missable. Not a problem at all. Right into the heart of the pocket. Good shot. I like the way he played that shot, John, didn't he? Because he could have screwed back for the black. It would have taken a bit of pressure off it, but he played it a lot more confidently.
Yeah, it's one of those shots, isn't it? I agree with you. There's down to personal preference, isn't it? Some people prefer to play the little screw back for the black, and some would play the run through. But it wasn't that important there once he potted that, just to be one side or the other of the blue, because he's got this red in balk. But position now, he'll want to get a bit neater. And this is a cracking chance.
31.
One good positional shot here away from a very big chance. Don't know whether the two reds that are just below the pink spot, don't know whether the top one's available for the top left-hand pocket. If it is, he'll play on that. That would suggest it may be. And it is.
34.
Yeah, he played that nicely. Judged the pace off the cushion. Now I have to try and dig into the cue ball. Back up for top side of the blue.
35.
He just hits that shot with just the consummate ease. Gets right through the cue ball. Gets lovely action on it. He's such a beautiful cueist, Ali Carter. He has these reds exactly where he wants them.
40.
Great chance.
$41.
Yeah, looking very confident around the
48.
table, taking these beautifully so far. It's a matter of keeping that concentration up. Don't miss any easy balls.
49.
Yeah, and it's so important, these frames. Just the signal that he's sending out to his opponent. When you give me a chance, I'm going to take it. He puts a bit of pressure on Ronnie O'Sullivan.
56.
And any time he's been asked a question, Ronnie, this week, he has responded. He's gone up gears. But as long as that he can keep
57.
doing what he's doing, keep with him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and he was a little vulnerable at the UK in one match. 5-all with Robert Milkins, who has to be said, missed a pretty easy pink in that final frame. So there was a chance there. And this week, Barry Hawkins, how he didn't go 4-2 ahead is anybody's guess. So there's been chances for a couple of the players in this run he's on at the moment, but they haven't taken them.
64.
Ali, at the moment, looks like he's playing well enough to do that.
Yeah, this is the important red and colour coming up. This will put him 51 ahead with just 51 remaining. Easy, straightforward pink to follow after this. What to do with the cue ball. Straight in, no problem.
Thank you. 65. Okay. 71.
So it's looking like that attempted red up in it's what we call the yellow pocket from Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's going to be very costly. Just what you've got to do when you play this man. You've got to score and got to punish. Doing it in drips and drabs won't work. This has been an excellent visit from Ali Carter.
72. $79. 80.
Yeah, lovely shot just to bring the red into play, and tough black this. But no problem, and it's just a great evidence of how well Ali Carter is playing.
87.
He's already made an astonishing 7 centuries this week, and
88.
if he can make another century here, he will equal the record set by Ronnie at the Masters, 8 centuries. So nice little feather in his cap if he can do that, and he's not stopping just yet. Great break this, Sean, isn't it?
Beautiful,
95.
absolutely beautiful, and just basically sending the message out. I'm here to play today, and if you take
97.
any liberties and leave me in, this is what I'm going to do. I mean, anytime you can get a record that Ronnie O'Sullivan's got or equal it, concerning the 8 centuries, if he makes one here, which he has done, you're playing some good stuff. Fabulous.
$109.
Yep, he's at the top of his game as Ali Carter.
115.
Attempted red in the yellow pocket, didn't work out, and Ronnie's had to sit and watch this. An absolutely fabulous break from Ali Carter. Wonderful clearance of 122, and he leads the Rocket by 3 frames to 2.
Cheers. You're not screwing it in tight enough. I thought so. Kelly. Thank you. The 6th frame. Ali Carter to break.
So, pocket fixed. Ali Carter breaks off. Nice break off. No red to go at down the right-hand side of the table.
Big shot. Well played. Start from his cue ball, Ken. His long game, his mustard.
Yeah, what a great opener. Fully committed. And it wasn't a bad little kiss on that red. This blue, pretty straightforward for a right-hander. Into the green pocket. He could just stun for the red, just to the right of the blue. Perfect. Now, only potting this red. Could play after the blue on the loose red, but go into the pack, into the pink if he can.
7.
Maybe he's decided against it.
I would have been going there with the 2 reds loose already.
Yeah.
If you could have kept the angle, playing the pack, you've got two insurance policies there, but he's decided that he's going to pick the reds off first. But man, there's a little bit of a gap between pink and reds, but no, I would have thought with those 2 reds being in the open, it's gone the other way.
Oh,
Glued. Don't think he's on it then, Ken.
12.
well, that's unlucky. He went an unusual way. Maybe he had got a better angle on that blue. He would have gone in full ball into that pink, but well, it's unfortunate because there was a lot of pace in that cue ball. So just a safety shot back to bulk.
Ali Carter 12.
Far from an easy pot, and likewise the one that's in the left middle looks easy on your screens. I can assure you that it isn't. Not much of a pocket to look at. Any semblance of hitting the near jaw with this, it won't go in. Good pot. Very good pot.
And Carter will be getting a lot of encouragement. Watching Ronnie taking
4.
a lot of difficult pots on. Okay, that one had an element of safety in it. Wasn't just caution to the wind, but another wonderful
5.
opportunity. Try and press home the advantage here.
Of course, Ken, if he wins this frame, cannot be behind going into this evening's session.
10.
Give himself a couple of bites of the cherry of going further clear. The 2 frames to be played, 8 this afternoon, 11 this evening. So
11.
big frame, as they all are. Can't quite see whether one or both of those will pot into the top right-hand pocket Ali was looking at. Screw back for past the pink. He's having another look. Must be quite tight, Ken.
Well, let's see what he plays. He's playing a lot of topspin, so maybe going into the pack again. Yeah, just missed those 2 reds. Try and force something to happen, and that's not too bad. He's on a red into the right corner. Another excellent shot.
16.
Developing reds.
I think he's landed on one in the middle as well. Possibly. But whichever way, that was a really good split. He's looking
70.
very good at the moment. I like the tempo he's playing at. It's all very even and normal, not deliberating over things too much. Looking very good.
Yeah, I think the important thing as well, from what we can see with his body language, the way he's playing, John, is that he's not afraid. He's not going into a shell, is he? You know, he's sort of exuding confidence. And that's it. As I said, a good sign for Ali Carter.
22.
Ronnie will be picking up on that, no doubt. I'm always watching your opponent just to see little signs of weakness, confidence maybe.
23.
He's exuding a lot of confidence, Ali Carter. That one has gone slightly awry. That little kiss on the red, he didn't want it. He's dead straight on the blue here. Not much he can do with the cue ball.
Yeah, it's only the only possibility really. He's just put his cue down there, just drop the blue in. Play through the gap when blue is respotted between blue and pink for the red on the right. Nothing else he can do from there. In goes the blue, so it's a good shot with the rest required.
$28.
May have run too far. In fact, he has. Just gone through with that cue ball a little bit too much.
Ali Carter, 28.
Yeah, surprising shot that. Tried to play it as a shot to nothing, but didn't really get close to the pocket now. A chance for Ronnie, but certainly not easy. Well, you can get on the black here off 2 cushions. Yeah, lovely shot. Needs to slow up the cue ball. Is he on the black? I don't think so. Just bounced. That second bounce off the cushion.
Wow, what a difference that's made. Lands on that one. It's a chance and a half. Oh, and the worst possible
Ronnie
result.
O'Sullivan, 1.
Chance number 2 for Ali Carter. Oh, it's a poor shot, Ken, isn't it?
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why he screwed her. Just play in between green and brown. Cannot fail to be on a colour there. Don't know why he got screw into it. This is a trickier brown than it needs to be.
Oh, he's coming around to have a look at the angle, so he's going to take it on. Not a hint. Safety in his mind. It's a big shot. If he gets it and gets a cannon on one of these reds, he's sure to win the frame. But if he misses it, he could lose it. So
Green
he's
ball.
thought again. Put the green safe. He's got a 40-point lead. I like that shot. I don't mind him not taking that brown on.
Yeah, that's one of yours and mine, Ken. That's an old school one, that. Nothing wrong with it. Trying to have an insurance policy against the counter clearance. He'll be absolutely gutted about the shot he's played on the red, though. Should have definitely been on a colour.
Yeah, not to the ball cushion, but he's left Ronnie an easy safety shot here. Possible. I was going to say possible to get it right up behind the brown, but too much side spin on it.
May have left a shot to nothing here. Red that's just to the side of the pink. If he can avoid 3 reds, this would be a decent attempt. Is it in? Not quite. Not bad though.
Well, he's on this red once again. Dangerous. Dangerous, but he's not shirking any possible pot out there. That is just, well, probably shot of the day so far. And the crowd absolutely love it.
Yeah, Ali Carter must have thought it was all right where it finished, but not after that.
I wonder how pivotal that shot Ali Carter played a few moments ago, just knocking that green safe. How important that ball could be towards the end of this frame. All these reds in the open. I don't see much of a problem. May have to play a little cannon on these 2 reds that are the closest together after this pot, but may bring them into play here. Yeah, and that looks pretty good.
15.
Perfect. Lovely shot. I'm just wondering, would he like the yellow on its spot, or would he just play on pink?
Yeah, I was thinking earlier, Ken, that yellow's not really in a good position for the green where it is, but even if it goes on its own spot, it's not great, is it? It's just, say, in a pretty good spot, that
21.
green, to stop the clearance, you would think.
22.
So first things first, try and tidy up these 2 reds. The last red, one behind the black, that won't be completely straightforward. If you can get on the black here, it might make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, the one thing I will say
28.
as a caveat to what I just have, the green is in a lovely spot for a double. So that would be a possibility.
29.
Ronnie was straight down, looking at the line, what sort of an angle he has. He's got a slide angle, just using a little bit of left-hand side, just push it out off 2 cushions. Yeah, lovely.
37.
Now, I like you, John. I like, well, he's looking at maybe taking the green off the cushion, but I like the double. It's a possibility. It's in a good spot for a double the green.
Yeah, it's just because it's just a natural to stay on brown, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Drop this in, run through. Double on
44.
the green. Unless he decides to do something spectacular.
Yeah, that'll work. You just never know with this man. You just never can tell. Now, left-handed. Green. If it goes in, should be a frame winner. Big shot. No, it's not there. And he's left it. Is he going to leave it? He has left
46.
it. Chance for Carter.
Amazing. Played an absolutely brilliant shot on the yellow. For all the world, looked like it was going to be the clearance.
Three.
Just about holding yourself together here. Simple as that.
Doesn't want to overscrew it.
7.
No, he's okay. He's not dead straight. He's got a nice angle on the blue. He can just come off 1 cushion, get close to that pink. Blue and pink required for a 2-frame advantage.
12.
big frame could prove vital. Pink for Carter. And it's there.
On the frame,
what a frame for Ali Carter. Ronnie was in. It was a missed green with left hand, but Carter dishes. He has a 2-frame lead now, 4-2.
Thank you. The 7th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yeah, I was thinking a similar thing to Sean. Will he change a little bit? Will he just make sure there's 1 or 2 safeties in there, or will he continue to play exactly the same way? Certainly wants to be playing the game on his terms, but the scoreline may dictate he has a change in attitude. That'll help though. That's the worst strike today from Ali Carter.
Thank you. 1.
Well, not the best shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Wanted to be straighter on this black. Now, can he pot the black, hit the red above it, into the pack, try and develop some reds? Yeah, that's what he tried, but took his red eye off the pot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
It's a little bit more difficult when you're going into reds. It's just some reason just take your eye off the original pot, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, I think he'd be more upset with the first red. I mean, just to leave the cue ball high, you've got all the shots. The fact he finished low, he had to play the cannon, so the initial red with the rest was the mistake. I wondered if Ali's looked up and seen the scoreboard.
First real bad miss from Ali Carter this afternoon, and I'd expect him to get it the way he's been playing, but he hasn't left this red. Well, it's not an easy opener. Doesn't know where the cue ball's going. Missed it. No, that wasn't straightforward at all. Now, what has Ronnie left? He's blocked the path to the red into this right corner, just below the black. Does the red cut into the left centre? If he does, John, he hasn't got a clue where the cue ball's going.
Yep. I mean, it's just one of those you just simply got to pot it. There's no other way about it. You'd have to go stand wherever the cue ball finishes, but stay in the driving seat by being on the table. It's getting a little bit twitchy. It's only 4-2. It shows you when the psyche of trying to get that little extra frame can and get that lead for this evening. Just looks like it's kicked in a bit.
Yeah, maybe just a bit of adrenaline from the last frame as well. Now, once again, this is missable. Particularly after that green he's missed in the last. Now, straight in. Better. Is he on the yellow? Has he landed in no man's land? He's on the green. I don't think he's on the yellow. So, green with the rest. Just drop it in for the red in the bulk area. Yeah, no problem. So, chance for Ronnie.
What you can say with the way the game's being played this afternoon, the table's generally been always open. Look at the way these are spread already. Bet that's near the black spot is one obviously Ronnie would like to get away with. Get that away fairly quickly at some point. Open the black spot up. Just be working his plan out at the minute.
Well, they saw the average shot time, 17 seconds for Ronnie O'Sullivan, only
10.
19 for Ali Carter. What a brisk pace.
11.
Match time just coming up to 1 hour 15, 6 frames.
It's not bad, is it?
16. $17.
What does he play for? Plays for the gap between pink and reds. He's gone down for the red that you mentioned, John, just above the black spot. This is pretty good.
22.
Would have liked to be in a little bit further with the cue ball. Better angle on this red. Let's see, you can't get on the black the way you'd like.
$23.
This scoreline is just starting to concentrate the mind. You can see Ronnie's approach here. There's a little bit more time being taken here. Just a bit. Has he gone far enough?
30.
Just. Must have been heart stopping.
$31.
Now, what does he play? Does he play in the loose red or does he play into the pack? Playing onto the loose red, needs to slow down. It's okay, good shot. Very nice control.
37.
Lots of bottom and
38.
spin on the cue ball just to hold it now.
Nice little cannon in here into the cluster of reds. Bit of pace. There you go.
$45.
Yeah, there's been a bit more
46.
determination and focus in this visit. You could see it pretty early on in it. Still played his shots, but taking a tiny bit more time on him, Ken.
53. 54.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's been behind. I'm certainly not by 2 frames and all week. So I might focus the mind a little bit more. Oh, has he overrun it for the
61.
red into this right corner? He may have. Just got into the cue ball a little bit too much. Shouldn't be a problem though. No problem
62.
whatsoever. That was frame ball.
Yeah, he's sort of made this break, and by his standards, he's been shaking his head a little bit because his cue ball's been just not quite perfect, which is most unusual. Another example there. It's just that, you know, sets himself exacting standards, but
67.
not quite been there, but still been a very good break.
Not a bad
68.
recovery though. What a shot.